You know, the 4th of July is just days away, and if the beach is in your plans, you'll want to hear this. Kate Chappell joins us now for a look at the beach forecast, and you have advice from local experts?
Yeah, so unfortunately, when we're talking the beach forecast, the weather isn't looking picture perfect for one of summer's biggest holidays, but that probably won't stop everyone from hitting Lake Michigan to celebrate anyway. But one thing you want to know, the CDC says accidental drowning is the second leading cause of death for kids 1 to 14. That's behind accidents on the road. And it's why experts say parents need to be vigilant in keeping an eye on their kids. I met with someone from the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project. That's a nonprofit group who tracks drowning statistics and educates about water safety. And I met with them to learn more about the dangers in the water. You like going to the beach?
Yeah,
How come?
because it's really fun.
A mutual feeling for many who enjoy summer fun at the beach.
Go on my boat. Tiny kayak.
But cooler temperatures and windy days can lead to dangerous situations in the water.
Most of the dangerous currents that we have happen on days where there are waves. So whenever there are breaking waves of 2 to 3 feet, we can start to see the currents. They become the most dangerous in the 3 to 5 foot range or so.
Bob Pratt, the director of education for the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project, says rip currents, longshore currents, and structural currents are all possible at Silver Beach on Lake Michigan.
Since 2010, there have been about 390 fatal drownings on the Great Lakes. Half of those drownings occur on Lake Michigan, and half of those drownings happen at the south end of Lake Michigan.
And the more populated the beach, the more problematic.
The recipe for disaster most of the time on the Great Lakes is a really hot summer day over a holiday or a weekend when there are waves.
It was very, very scary.
Beachgoer Cam Lozo is all too familiar with frightening scenarios in the water.
Yep.
A trained swimmer, he still faced a near-death situation during an open water swim in 60-degree water.
By the time I got halfway through the race, my body shut down and froze. They said that my body was like 81 degrees.
And hypothermia isn't the only concern.
We grew up swimming and learning about those dangers, but a lot of people that visit the Great Lakes and the beaches here don't have that kind of knowledge and background or training.
And that's why inexperienced swimmers are encouraged to wear a Coast Guard approved life jacket. Someone should always be watching kids when they swim, whether it's a pool or a lake, because the signs of drowning aren't always what you'd expect. It's not loud with movement, it's silent, swift, and deadly. So the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project has this to say: if you get caught in a current, you want to try and stay afloat. They encourage the motto, flip, float, and follow. You want to flip on your back, try to float, take a deep breath, make yourself more buoyant, and then follow a safe path back to shore. You want to try and follow the current and then swim perpendicular to it. So this is their motto. We have a link to more helpful information, Tricia, on the Big Red Bar. I mean, these are things that people can remember. Obviously, you often panic in situations like this, but if you hopefully think of a motto like that, you can try and stay safe.
And teach the kids, practice, do a little run through once in a while. I think it's got to help.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of folks are anxious to hear the beach forecast.
Yes.
You've talked to David about this extensively, haven't you?
I have, because I'm excited too. He says expect mid-70s light wind, waves 1 to 2 feet, so it's not so bad. But one thing I think is interesting, and you want to point this out, water temperature is going to be only 60 or 62 degrees.
Ooh.
And you heard Cam's story in there. He said that his body got down to 80 when he swam too long in 60-degree water. So it's chilling. You don't want to spend any significant amount of time in there because of that fear. So as we get closer to the holiday, though, you can track the beach forecast pretty easily, not only by listening to David and all the folks here at Storm Team 16 Weather Lab, but there's also a smartphone app, and it's free.
Good.
We have a link to that right now on the Big Red Bar. It's called My Beachcast, and the Great Lakes Commission put it together.
That's nice.
Through the Weather Service.
I like it. It kind of has a catchy title, too.
Yeah, it does. My Beachcast. I like it.
All right, very cool. All right, thank you, Kate.